Ever wondered how the United States and Japan went from being fierce enemies, with the US dropping 2 atomic bombs on them, to having this super strong friendship and amazing diplomacy? It sounds wild, right? Let's dive into this mind-blowing story. First off, after World War II ended in 1945, Japan was understandably in a tough spot. The US, being the victor, had a big say in what happened next. Instead of just punishing Japan and leaving it at that, the US decided to take a different route. They occupied Japan for about 7 years, and this period was crucial. So, after the dust settled from World War II, the US wasn't just a bystander. They were practically managing Japan. Think of it like this. After a huge storm wrecks your house, someone comes in, not just to offer a tissue, but to help you rebuild the whole thing from the ground up. That's what the US did with Japan's government. They were heavily involved in reshaping everything to make sure Japan became a peaceful and democratic nation. But there was another big reason behind this helping hand: the Cold War. Picture Asia at the time as a chessboard, and the US saw Japan as a crucial piece to block the spread of communism from Russia's Soviet Union and China. They had a real incentive to make Japan strong, not just militarily as an ally, but also economically for trade. It was like saying, hey, let's help you get your businesses booming so we can trade cool stuff, and you can be a strong partner against the other team. Now, you might have heard stories about Japan's amazing economic recovery after the war, this economic miracle fueled by super long work hours and Japanese genius. While there's no doubt the Japanese people were incredibly hardworking and innovative, a big chunk of that success was actually thanks to the US pouring in tons of investment money and sharing technology for free. It's like having a rich uncle who not only gives you a startup loan, but also shares all his secret business tips. And get this, the real game changer for Japan's economy was the Korean War. Since Japan was the closest major industrial base to South Korea, the Western powers basically threw endless amounts of money into Japanese infrastructure. They needed Japan to keep churning out ammo, food, and all sorts of supplies to send over to South Korea. It was like Japan became the main supply hub for the whole operation. Fun fact, that's actually why you see things like cheese and Spam in modern South Korean cuisine. Those were some of the American goods that came through during that time. So, yeah. While the atomic bombings were a horrific tragedy and a deep wound in history, the way the US then stepped in to essentially rebuild and support Japan, driven by both a desire for a peaceful ally and the strategic needs of the Cold War, is a huge part of why their relationship is so strong today. The economic miracle wasn't just about hard work. It was also about a massive influx of support at a critical time. It's a complex story. But understanding these layers really shows how this unlikely friendship blossomed.